Thank you all for joining us tonight. My name is Eva McQuaid, and I'm so very happy to present this wonderful, wonderful group of artists performing in this reading of Shakespeare's The Merry Wives of Windsor. The folks you see before you are Annabelle Guevara, who is joining us from New York City, Jacqueline Lees, Julie Moore, Giselle Marie Munoz, Emily Rankin, who is joining us from the fair state of New Mexico, Alexandra Russo, Melissa Vogt, and Julie Wright, who is joining us from very far in the future from Japan. I want to thank all of these wonderful folks for their work and for making me laugh and entertaining me for the past several days, weeks. And I would also like to very much thank Melissa Vogt and the Vortex for moving to virtual programming almost as soon as we all went into quarantine, and allowing so many artists to stay busy and working on creating art on a very different stage, on a very different platform. I would invite you all to please visit vortexrep.org and donate to the company if you are able, vortexrep.org. If you're already watching us on vortexrep.org, then you're already there. So it's easy to just click over and do that. So please now, I invite you to grab a large tankard of sack or whatever other beverage you would like to enjoy for the evening. And please enjoy this reading of The Merry Wives of Windsor.
Sir Hugh, persuade me not. If he were 20 Sir John Falstaffs, he shall not abuse Robert Shallow, Esquire. If I were young again, the sword shall end it.
It is better that friends is the sword and end it. And there is Anne Page, which is daughter to Master Thomas Page, which is pretty virginity.
Mistress Anne Page. She has brown hair and speaks small like a woman. Did her grandshire leave her 700 pound?
Aye, and her fathers make her a penny.
I know the young gentlewoman. She has good gifts.
700 pounds in possibilities is good gifts.
Well, let us see honest Master Page. Is Falstaff there?
The knight Sir John is there, and I beseech you, be ruled by your well-willers. Here is God's blessing and your friend and Justice Shallow, and here, young Master Slender.
I am glad to see your worships well, and you good, Master Slender.
Is Falstaff there? He hath wronged me, indeed he hath. At a word, he hath. Believe me, Robert Shallow, Esquire, Seth, he is wronged.
Here comes Sir John.
Now, Master Shallow, you'll complain of me to the king?
Knight, you have beaten my men, killed my deer, and broken open my lodge.
But not kissed your keeper's daughter.
Tut, a pin, this shall be answered.
I will answer it straight. I have done all this. That is now answered. What else?
The council shall know this.
Good words, good cabbage. Slender, I broke your head. What matter have you against me?
Marry, sir, I have matter in my head against you and against your coney-catching rascals, Bardolph, Nym, and Pistol. They made me drunk and picked my purse.
Pistol, Nym, and Bardolph? Is that the end of it?
Unless you disband your thieving followers, the council shall know of it, and the king's justice shall follow.
All these matters shall be denied, gentlemen.
Nay, daughter, carry the wine in, we'll drink within.
Oh, heaven, this is Mistress Anne Page.
How now, Mistress Ford?
Mistress Ford, by my troth, you are very well met. By your leave, good mistress.
Wife, bid these gentlemen welcome. Come, we shall drink down all unkindness.
Well, I had rather 40 shillings. I had my book of songs and sonnets here.
Come, coz, come. There was a kind of tender made by Sir Hugh here. Do you understand me?
Aye, sir. He's a justice of peace in his county, simple though I stand here.
The question is concerning your marriage to Mistress Anne Page.
Cousin, Slender, can you love her? Will you, upon good dowry, marry her?
I will marry her, sir, at your request. But if there be no great love in the beginning, I hope upon familiarity will grow more contempt.
I think my cousin meant well.
The dinner is on the table, and my father desires your worship's company. Would it please your worship to come in, sir?
No, I thank you. Forsooth, heartily, I am very well.
The dinner attends you, sir.
I am not hungry. Thank you.
I may not go in without your worship, and they will not sit till you come. I pray you, sir, walk in.
I had rather walk here. I thank you. I bruised my shin the other day with playing at sword and dagger with the master of fence, and by my troth, I cannot abide the smell of hot meat since.
Aye, indeed, sir. Come, gentle Master Slender, come, we stay for you.
I'll eat nothing. I thank you, sir.
By cock and pie you shall not leave, sir. Come, come.
Go your ways and ask of Dr. Caius' house, and there dwells one Mistress Quickly, which is in the manner of his nurse, or his dry nurse, or his cook, or his laundry, his washer, and his ringer.
Well, sir.
Give her this letter, for it is a woman that's altogether acquaintance with Mistress Anne Page, and the letter is to desire and require her to solicit her master's desires to Mistress Anne Page. I pray you, be gone.
Mine hostess of the garter. A cup of sack. Well, as I think you're, I can't, is it?
Hey,
Is it? Oh, I already started, so I don't
let's
tell if it was
again.
it's me. Oh boy. Cup of sack.
Oh, cup of sack.
Another cup of sack.
A cup of sack yet again, Sir John, and again.
Coming.
When shall you give me sight of your purse or of your followers, bully?
As for my men, you shall see neither they nor their purse, for I am forced to turn them away and mitigate their improprieties. As for myself, mine hostess, I'm almost out of heels, but I have a device to fill my coffers. Know you Ford of this town?
I know the man. He is of good substance, my cavaliero.
Briefly, I do mean to make love to Ford's wife. I spy entertainments in her. She discourses, she carves, she gives the leer of invitation. Now, the report goes, she has all the rule of her husband's purse. I have written me here a letter to her, and here to Page's wife, who even now gave me good eyes too. Oh, she did so coarse o'er my exteriors with such a greedy intention that the appetite of her eye did seem to scorch me like a burning glass. She bears the purse too. Robin, go bear thou this letter to Mistress Page. There, like that. There you go. And this one to Mistress Ford. All right, take that. We will thrive, mine hostess. Oh, we will thrive.
As he never pays for his drink or board, this love I will disclose to Page and Ford.
Well, heaven send Anne Page no worse fortune. Tell Sir Hugh Evans I will do what I can for your master Slender. But the French doctor, my master, Dr. Caius, is in love with her. Alas, here he comes.
Oh, diable, diable! What is this young villain? Where is my rapier?
Good master, be content. The young man is an honest man.
What shall the honest man do in my house?
Oh, I beseech you, be not so phlegmatic. Hear the truth of it. He came of an errand to me from Parson Hugh.
Well?
Forsooth, to desire her to...
Peace, I pray you.
Peace your tongue. Speak your tale.
To desire this honest gentlewoman, your maid, to speak a good word of mistress and page for my master in the way of marriage.
This is all indeed law, but I'll never put my finger in the fire and need not.
Sir Hugh send you. Mistress, pay me some paper. You jackanap, give this letter to Sir Hugh. By gar, it is a challenge. I will cut his throat in the park, and I will teach a scurvy jackanap priest to meddle or make. You may be gone. It is not good you tarry here. By gar, I will cut all his 2 stones. By gar, he shall not have 1 stone to throw at a dog.
Alas, he speaks but for his friend.
It is no matter of that. Do not you tell me that I shall have Anne Page for myself? By gar, I will kill the jack priest, and I have appointed mine hostess of the jartier to measure our weapon. By gar, I myself will have Anne Page.
You shall have a fool's head of your own. No, I know Anne's mind for that. Never a woman in Windsor knows more of Anne's mind than I do.
Who's within there? Ho!
Who's there? Come near the house, I pray you.
How now, good woman, how dost thou?
The better that it pleases your good worship to ask.
What news? How does pretty Miss Anne?
In truth, sir, and she is pretty and honest and gentle, and one that is your friend. I can tell you that, by the way. I praise heaven for it.
Shall I do any good, thinkest thou? Shall I not lose my suit?
Master Fenton, I'll be sworn on a book she loves you.
Well, I shall see her today. Hold, there's money for thee. Let me have thy voice in my behalf. If thou seest her before me, commend me.
Will I? Faith, that we will.
Well, farewell. I am in great haste now.
Farewell to your worship. Truly an honest gentleman, but Anne loves him not. I know Anne's mind.
What? Have I escaped the love letters in the holiday time of my beauty, and am now subject for them? Let me see. Ask me no reason why I love you, for though love use reason for his physician, he mits him not for his counselor. You are not young, no more am I, go to then there's sympathy. You are merry, so am I, ha, ha. Oh, then there's more sympathy. You love sack, and so do I. Would you desire better sympathy? But I say, love me. By me, thine own true knight, by day or night, or any kind of light, with all of his might for thee to fight. John Falstaff! Oh, wicked world! Oh, have I... What an unweighed behavior hath this Flemish drunkard picked out of my conversation, that he dares assay me in this manner? Why, he hath not been thrice in my company. What should I say to him? I was then frugal of my mirth, heaven forgive me, while I'll exhibit a bill in Parliament for the putting down of men. Oh, how shall I be revenged on him? For revenged I will be.
Mistress Page, trust me, I was going to your house.
Oh, and trust me, I was coming to you. Oh, you look very ill.
Nay, I'll never believe that. I have to show to the contrary.
Oh, faith, but you do in my mind.
Well, I do then. Yet I say I could show you to the contrary. Oh, Mistress Page, give me some counsel.
What's the matter, woman?
A woman, if it were not for one trifling respect, I could come to such honor.
Oh, hang the trifle, woman, take the honor. What is it? Just dispense with the trifles. What is it?
If I could go to hell for an eternal moment or so, I could be knighted.
What? Oh, thou liest, Sir Alice Ford. These knights will hack, since so thou shouldst not alter thy article of thy gentry.
We burn daylight. Here, read. Read. Perceive how I might be knighted. How shall I be revenged on him? I think the best way were to entertain him with hope till the wicked fire of lust have melted him in his own grease. Did you ever hear the like?
Oh, letter for letter, but the name of Page and Ford differs. To thy great comfort in thy mystery of ill opinions, here's thy twain brother. I warrant he hath 1,000 of these letters, writ with blank space indifferent names on them. And I swear he will print them out of the press like nothing. Well, I will find you 20 lascivious turtles ere one chaste man.
This is the very same. The very hand, the very words. What does he think of us?
Nay, I know not. It makes me almost ready to wrangle with mine own honesty. I'll entertain myself like one that I am not most acquainted with all. For sure, unless he knows some strain in me, he would not have boarded me in such fury.
Boarding, call you it? I'll be sure to keep him above deck.
So will I. If you ever come under my hatches, I'll never to see again. Let's be revenged on him. Let's appoint him a meeting and give him a show of comfort in his suit and lead him on with a fine baited delay.
I will consent to act any villainy against him that may not sully the chariness of our honesty. Is that my husband saw this letter would give eternal food to his jealousy.
Oh, why, look, here he comes, and my good man. Oh, he's as far from jealousy as I am for giving him cause, and that, I hope, is an unmeasurable distance.
You are the happier wife.
Let's consult together against this greasy knight. Come hither.
Well, I hope it be not so.
Oh, Sir John affects thy wife.
Why, sir? My wife is not young.
He woos both high and low, both rich and poor, both young and old. My bully rook.
Love my wife. I will be patient. I will find out this.
Oh, and this is true. I like not the humor of lying. He loves your wife too, and there's the short and the long. I speak, and I avouch, 'tis true. Oh, adieu. I must adjust a shallow.
I will seek out Falstaff. If I do find it, well.
Ha ha! I will never believe yon hostess, a cozening double-dealing.
Whither go you, George? Hark you.
How now, sweet Frank? Why art thou melancholy?
I? Melancholy? I'm not melancholy. Get you home. Go.
Faith, thou hast some unfounded notions in thy head. Now, will you go, Mistress Page?
Oh, I'm with you. You'll come to dinner, George. Look who comes yonder. She shall be our messenger to this paltry night. You are come to see my daughter Anne?
Aye, forsooth, and I pray, how does good Mistress Anne?
Oh, go in with us and see. We'll have an hour's talk with you.
Do you think there's truth in it? What the hostess said about our wives?
I do not think the knight would offer it. She accuses Sir Falstaff to make mischief for him. Sir Falstaff lodges at the inn, drinks sack, and never pays.
I do not misdoubt my wife, but I would be loath to turn them together. A man may be too confident. I would have nothing lie on my head. I cannot be thus satisfied.
Look where my ranting hostess of the Garter comes again. There was either liquor in her pate or money in her purse when she looked so merrily.
Oh,
How now, mine hostess?
how now, bully rook? Thou art a gentleman, cavaliero justice, I say.
I follow, mine hostess, I follow. Good even and 20. Good Master Page. Master Page, will you go with us? We have sport in hand.
Tell him, cavaliero justice. Tell him, bully rook.
Sir, there was a fray to be fought between Sir Hugh the Welsh priest and Caius the French doctor.
Good mine hostess of the Garter, a word with you.
What sayest thou, my bully rook?
Will you go with us to behold? Hark, I will go tell you what our sport shall be.
I'll give you a bottle of burnt sack to give me recourse to Falstaff, and tell him my name is Brooke, only for a jest.
My hand, bully. Thou shalt have egress and regress, said I well, and thy name shall be Brooke. It is a merry night. Will you go, an heiress?
I have heard the Frenchman hath good skill in his rapier.
Tut, sir, I could have told you more. In these times you stand on distance, your passes, your staccatos, and I know not what. I have seen the time with my long sword. I would have made you 4 tall fellows skip like rats.
Here, boys, here. Shall we wag?
Half with you. I would rather hear them scold than fight.
Though Page be a secure fool and stand so firmly on his wife's frailty, I cannot put off my opinion so easily. She was in his company at Page's house, and what they made there I know not. Well, I will look further into it. And I have a disguise to sound Falstaff. If I find her honest, I lose not my labor. If she be otherwise, 'tis labor well bestowed.
Sir, here's a woman would speak with you.
Let her approach.
Shall I vouchsafe your worship a word or two?
2,000, fair woman, and I'll vouchsafe thee the hearing.
There is one, Mistress Ford, sir, I pray. Come a little nearer this ways. I myself dwell with Master Dr. Caius.
Well on, Mistress Ford, you say?
Your worship says very true. I pray your worship, come a little nearer this way.
I warrant thee nobody hears. What? Mistress Ford, what of her?
Why, sir, she's a good creature, Lord, your worship's a wanton. Well, heaven forgive you and all of us, I pray.
Mistress Ford, come, Mistress Ford.
Mary, this is the short and the long of it. You have brought her into such a terrible dilemma, as 'tis wonderful. The best courtier of them all could never have brought her to such a dilemma. There has been knights and lords and gentlemen in their coaches. I warrant you, coach after letter after letter, gift after gift, and silk and gold, and in such wine and sugar of the best and the fairest that would have won any woman's heart. That I warrant you. They could never get an eye wink of her in any sort, as they say. But in the way of honesty, and I warrant you, they could never get her so much as to sip on a cup with the proudest of them all.
Right, but what says she to me? Be brief, my good she Mercury.
Mary, she hath received your letter. For the which she says thanks and gives you to notify that her husband will be absent from his house between 10 and 11.
10 and 11.
Aye, forsooth, and then you may come and see the picture, she says, that you wot of. Master Ford, her husband, will be from home. Alas, the sweet woman leads an ill life with him. He's a very jealousy man, and she leads a very unpleasant life with him. Good heart.
10 and 11. Woman, commend me to her. I will not fail her.
Why, you say well, but I have another messenger to your worship. Mistress Page hath her hearty commendations to you too. She bade me to tell your worship that her husband is seldom from home, but she hopes there will come a time. I never knew a woman so dote on such a man. Surely, I think you have charms, La. Yes, in truth.
I assure thee, setting the attractions of my good parts aside, I have no other charms.
Blessings on your heart for it.
But I pray thee, tell me this. Has Ford's wife and Page's wife acquainted each other how they love me?
That were a jest indeed. They have not so little grace, I hope. That were a trick indeed. But Mistress Page desires you to send your little page to come and go between you both. The boy need never understand anything.
Fare thee well. Commend me to them both. There's my purse. I am thy debtor. Oh, sayest thou so, old Jack? Go thy ways. I'll make more of thy old body than I have done. Will they yet look after thee? Wilt thou, after the expense of so much money, be now a gainer? Good body, I thank thee.
Sir John, there's one Master Brooke below would fain speak with you, and be acquainted with you, and hath sent your worship a morning's draught of sack.
Oh, another one. Brooke is his name?
Ah, it is my cavaliero.
Call him in. You're welcome. What's your will?
Sir, I am a gentleman that have spent much. My name is Brooke.
Good Master Brooke, I desire more acquaintance of you.
Good Sir John, I must let you understand, I think myself in better plight for a lender than you are, the which hath something emboldened me to this unseasoned intrusion, for they say, if money go before, always do lie open.
Money is a good soldier, sir, and will on.
Troth, and I have a bag of money here troubles me. If you will help bear it, Sir John, take all, or half, for easing me of the carriage.
Sir, I know not how I may deserve to be your porter.
I will tell you, sir, if you will give me the hearing.
Speak, good Master Brooke, I shall be glad to be your servant.
There is a gentlewoman in this town. Her husband's name is Ford. I have long loved her, and I protest to you, bestowed much on her, followed her with a doting observance, engrossed opportunities to meet her.
Have you received no promise of satisfaction at her hands?
Never.
Have you importuned her to such a purpose?
Never.
Well, of what quality was your love then?
Like a fair house built on another man's ground, so that I have lost my edifice by mistaking the place where I erected it.
To what purpose have you unfolded this to me?
Sir John, here is the heart of my purpose. You are a gentleman in excellent breeding and admirable discourse.
Ah, sir.
There is money. Spend it. Spend all I have. Only give me so much of your time in exchange of it as to lay an amiable siege to the honesty of this Ford's wife. Use your art of wooing. Win her to consent to you.
Would it apply well to the vehemency of your affection that I should win what you would enjoy? Methinks you prescribe to yourself very preposterously.
She dwells so securely on the excellency of her honor that the folly of my soul dares not present itself. She is too bright to be looked against. Now, could I come to her with any detection in my hand, my desires had instance and argument to commend themselves. I could drive her then from her ward of purity, her reputation, her marriage vow, and 1,000 other her defenses, which are now too strongly embattled against me. What say you to it, Sir John?
Master Brooke, as I am a gentleman, you shall, if you will, enjoy Ford's wife.
Oh, good sir. Want no money, Sir John. You shall want none.
Want no Mistress Ford, Master Brooke. You shall want none. I shall be with her, I may tell you, by her own appointment. Even as you came in to me, her assistant or go-between parted from me. I say I shall be with her between 10 and 11. For at that time, the jealous, rascally knave, her husband, will be forth. Come you to me at night, you shall know how I speed.
I am blessed in your acquaintance. Do you know Ford, sir?
Oh, hang him, poor cuckoldly knave. I know him not. Yet I wrong him to call him poor. They say the jealous, wittly knave hath masses of money, for the which his wife seems to me well favored. I will use her as the key to this cuckoldly rogue's coffer, and there's my harvest home.
I would you knew Ford, sir, that you might avoid him if you saw him.
Hang him, mechanical salt butter rogue! I will steer him out of his wits. Come to me soon at night.
What a damned Epicurean rascal is this? My heart is ready to crack with impatience. Who says this is improvident jealousy? My wife hath sent to him. The hour is fixed, the match is made. See the hell of having a false woman. My bed shall be abused, my coffers ransacked, my reputation gnawn at, and I shall not only receive this villainous wrong, but stand under the adoption of abominable terms, and by him that does me this wrong. Cuckold. Page is an ass, a secure ass. He will trust his wife. He will not be jealous. God be praised for my jealousy. 11 o'clock the hour. I will prevent this, detect my wife, be revenged on Falstaff, and laugh at Page. I will about it. Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. Five. Cuckold! Cuckold! Cuckold!
Ah. Oh, bless thee, bully doctor.
Save you, Master Dr. Caius.
Now, good Master Doctor.
I give you good morrow, sir.
What be all you 1, 2, 3, 4 come for?
Oh, to see thee fight, to see thee foin, to see thee traverse, to see thee here, to see thee there, to see thee pass thy punto, thy stock, thy reverse, thy distance, thy sword. Oh, is he dead? Is he dead, my Francisco? My bully, what says my Aesculapius, my Galen, my elder of heart? Ha! Is he dead, bully stale?
By gar, he is the coward jack priest of the world. He will not show his face.
Thou art a Castalian king urinal, Hector of Greece, my boy.
I pray you, bear witness that me have stayed 6 or 7, 2, 3 hours for him, and he is no come.
He is the wiser man, Master Doctor. He is a curer of souls, and you are a curer of bodies. If you should fight, you go against the hair of your professions. Is it not true, Master Page?
Master Shallow, you have yourself been a great fighter, though now a man of peace.
Oh, bodykins, Master Page, though I now be old and of the peace. If I see a sword out, my finger itches to make one. Though we are justices and doctors and churchmen, Master Page, we have some salt of our youth in us. We are the sons of woman, Master Page.
'Tis true, Master Shallow.
I will be found so, Master Page. Master Dr. Caius, I am come to fetch you home. I am sworn of the peace, and you have showed yourself a wise physician. And Sir Hugh hath shown himself a wise and patient churchman. You must go with me, Master Doctor.
Oh, pardon, guest justice. A word, Monsieur Mockwater.
Mockwater. What is that?
Oh, Mockwater in our English tongue is valor.
By God, then I have as much muck water as the Englishman. Aha! Scurvy jackdog priest. By God, he will cut his ears.
Oh, he will clapper claws thee tightly, bully.
Clapper the claw. What is that?
That is, he will make amends.
Oh, by God, me do look he shall clapper the claw me, for by God, me will have it.
And I will provoke him to it, or let him wag.
Me thank you for that.
And moreover, bully, but first, master guest and master page and ecce cavaliero slender, go you through the town to Frogmore.
Sir Hugh is there, is he?
He is there. See what humor he is in, and I will do to bring the doctor about by the fields. Will it do well?
We will do it.
I do.
Good, Master.
Doctor.
By God, me will kill the priest, for he speak for a jackanapes to Anne Page.
Sheathe thy impatience. Throw cold water on thy collar. Go about the fields with me through Frogmore. I will bring thee where Master Anne Page is, and thou shalt woo her. Cried I aim, said I well.
By God, me thank you for that. By God, I love you, and I shall procure you the good guest, the earl, the knight, the lords, the gentlemen, my patients.
For the which I will be thy adversary toward Anne Page, said I well.
By God, 'tis good, well said.
Well, let us wag then.
I pray you now, good master, slender serving man, and friend, simple, by your name. Which way have you looked for Master Caius that calls himself Doctor of Physic?
Mary, sir, the Pity Ward, the Park Ward, every way, Old Windsor way, and every way but the town way.
I most vehemently desire you will also look that way.
I will.
Bless my soul, how full of colors I am, and trembling of the mind. I shall be glad if he have deceived me. How melancholy I am. I will nog his yarnels about his knaves, costard when I have good opportunities for the work. Bless my soul.
Yonder, he is coming this way, Sir Hugh.
What weapons is he?
No weapons, sir. There comes my master, Master Shallow, and another gentleman from Frogmore over the stile this way.
Pray you, give me my gown, or else keep it in your arms.
How now, Master Parson? Good morrow, good Sir Hugh. Keep a gamester from the dice, and a good student from his book, and it is wonderful.
Sweet Anne Page.
Save you, good Sir Hugh.
Bless you from his mercy's sake, all of you.
What? The sword and the word. Do you study them both, Master Parson?
And youthful still, in your doublet and hose this raw rheumatic day.
There is reasons and causes for it.
We are come to you to do a good office, Master Parson.
Very well. What is it?
Yonder is a most reverend gentleman who, belike having received wrong by some person, is at most at odds with his own gravity and patience that ever you saw.
I have lived 80 years and upward. I never heard a man of his place, gravity and learning, so wide of his own respect.
What is he?
I think you know him. Master Dr. Caius, the renowned French physician?
God's will and his passion of my heart. I had as lief he would tell me of a mess of porridge.
Why?
He has no more knowledge than Hippocrates and Galen, and he is a knave besides, a cowardly knave, as you would desire to be acquainted with.
I warrant you, he's the man, should fight with him.
Ah, sweet Anne Page.
It appears so by his weapons. Keep them asunder. Oh, here comes Dr. Caius.
Nay, good Master Parson, keep in your weapon.
So do you, good Master Doctor.
Disarm them and let them question. Let them keep their limbs whole and hack our English instead.
I pray you, let me speak a word in your ear. Wherefore will you not meet me?
Pray you use your patience in good time.
By gar, you are the coward, the jackdog, John Ape.
Pray you, let us not be laughingstock to other men's humors. I desire you in friendship, and I will one way or another make you amends. I will not hear urinals about your names, coxcomb, for missing your meetings and appointments.
Diable, mine hostess desertir. Have I not stayed for him to kill him? Have I not at the place I did appoint?
As I am a Christian soul, now look you, this is the place appointed. I'll be judgment by my hostess of the garter.
Peace, I say, Gallia and Gaul, French and Welsh, soul curer and body curer.
Aye, that is very good. Excellent.
Peace, I say. Am I politic? Am I subtle? Am I a Machiavel? Shall I lose my doctor? No. He gives me the potions and the motions. Shall I lose my parson, my priest, my Sir Hugh? No. He gives me the proverbs and the no verbs. Give me thy hand, terrestrial. So, give me thy hand, celestial. So, boys of art, I have deceived you both. I have directed you to wrong places. Oh, your hearts are mighty, your skins are whole, and let burnt sack be the issue. Come, lay their swords to pawn. Follow me, lads of peace. Follow, follow, follow.
Trust me, a mad hostess. Follow, gentlemen, follow.
Oh, sweet Anne Page.
Ah, do I perceive that? Have you made a sort of us?
This is well. She has made us her flouting stog. I desire you that we may be friends, and let us knock our brains together to be revenge of this hostess of the garter.
By gar, with all my heart. She promised to bring me where is Anne Page. By gar, she deceived me too.
Pray you, follow.
Well met, Master Ford. I come to see your wife. Is she at home?
Aye, and as idle as she may hang together for want of company. I think if your husbands were dead, you two would marry. Where had you this pretty weathercock?
Oh, I cannot tell what the Dickens his name is. My husband had of him. What do you call your knight's name, sirrah?
Sir John Falstaff.
Sir John Falstaff.
There is such a league between my good man and he. Is your wife at home, indeed?
Indeed she is. Has Page any brains? Hath he any eyes? Hath he any thinking? He pieces out his wife's inclination, and now she's going to my wife, and Falstaff's boy with her? And Falstaff's boy with her? Good plots they are laid, and our revolted wives share damnation together. I shall find Falstaff. I shall rather be praised for this than mocked, for it is as positive as the earth is firm that Falstaff is there. I will go.
Well met, Master Ford.
Trust me, a good knot. I have good cheer at home. I pray you all go with me.
I must excuse myself, Master Ford.
And so must I, sir. We have appointed to dine with Mistress Anne, and I would not break with her for more money than I'll speak of.
We have lingered about a match between Anne Page and my cousin Slender, and this day we shall have our answer.
I hope I have your goodwill, Father Page.
You have, Master Slender. I stand wholly for you. But my wife, Master Doctor, is for you altogether.
Aye, beggar, and the maides love me. My nurse quickly tell me so much.
Oh, what say you to young Master Fenton? He capers, he dances, he has eyes of youth, he writes verses, he speaks holiday, he smells of April and May. He will carry it, he will carry it, 'tis in his buttons, he will carry it.
Not by my consent, I promise you. The gentleman is of no having. He kept company with the wild prince. He is of too high a region. He knows too much. No, he shall not knit a knot in his fortunes with a finger of my substance. If he take her, let him take her simply. The wealth I have waits on my consent, and my consent goes not that way.
I beseech you heartily. Some of you go home with me to dinner. Besides your cheer, you shall have sport. I'll show you a monster.
Well, fare you well. We shall have the freer wooing.
Oh, farewell, my hearts. I will to my honest knight Falstaff, and drink canary with him.
Will you go, gentles?
What, Robin? Oh, how now? What news with you?
My master, Sir John, has come in at your back door, Mistress Ford, and requests your company.
You little Jacqueline, have you been true to us?
Aye, I'll be sworn. My master knows not of your being here.
Thou art a good boy. I'll go hide myself.
Do so. Robin, go tell thy master I am alone. Mistress Page, remember you your cue.
I warn thee, if I do not act it, hiss me.
Go to then. We'll use this gross, greasy, 8-penny, churlish lech. We will teach him to know turtles from jays.
Have I caught thee, my heavenly jewel?
Oh, sweet Sir John.
Mistress Ford, I cannot cog. I cannot prate, Mistress Ford. I would thy husband were dead. I would make thee my lady.
I, your lady, Sir John. Alas, I would be a pitiful lady.
Now let the court of France show me such another. I see how thine eye would emulate the diamond. Thou hast the right arched beauty of the brow that becomes the ship tire, the tire valiant, any tire of Venetian admittance.
Oh, the plain kerchief, Sir John. My brows become nothing else, nor that well neither.
Oh, by the Lord, thou art a traitor to say so.
Oh, believe me, there is no such thing in me.
What made me love thee? There's something extraordinary in thee. Come, I love thee, none but thee.
Oh.
Thou deservest it.
Oh, do not betray me, sir. I fear you also love Mistress Page.
Thou mightst as well say I love to walk by the counter gate, which is as hateful to me as the reek of a lime kiln.
Oh, well, heaven knows how I love you, and you shall one day find it.
Do go on.
Oh, well, I say you shall find it one day.
One day?
Robin.
Mrs. Ford, here's Mistress Page at your door. It's sweating and blowing and looking wildly and would need to speak with you presently.
She shall not see me. I will ensconce myself behind the heiress.
Pray you do so. She's a very tattling woman. What's the matter? How now?
Oh, Mistress Ford, what have you done? You're ashamed! You're overthrown! You're undone forever!
What's the matter, good Mistress Page?
Your husband's coming hither, woman, with all of the officers of Windsor to search for a gentleman that he says is here now in the house by your consent to take ill advantage of his absence. You are undone.
What shall I do? There is a gentleman, my dear friend, and I fear not mine own shame so much as his peril. I had rather 1,000 pounds he were out of the house.
For shame! Oh, your husband's here at hand. Bethink you of some conveyance in the house. You cannot hide him. You have deceived me! Look! Here's a basket. Oh, if he be of any reasonable stature, he may creep inside here and throw foul linen upon him as if he were going to bucking, or at whiting time, send him by your 2 men to Datchet Mead.
Oh, he's too big to go in there. Maybe. Oh, what shall I do?
Let me see it. Let me see it. Just let me see it. I'll in. Follow your friend's counsel. I'll in.
Okay, call your men, Mistress Ford. You dissembling knight.
What, Robin? Oh, Robin, thank you. Go take up these clothes here quickly. Carry them to the laundress in Datchet Mead. Quickly, go.
How now? Whither bear you this?
To the laundress, forsooth.
Why? What have you to do? Whither they bear it? You were best meddle with buck washing.
Buck? God, would I could wash myself of the buck. Buckeye, warrant you, bucking of the season too, it shall appear. Gentlemen, I have dreamed tonight. I'll tell you my dream. Here be my keys. Ascend my chambers. Search, seek, find out. I'll warrant will unkennel the fox.
Good Master Ford, be contented. You wrong yourself too much.
True, Master Page. Up, gentlemen, you shall see sport anon. Follow me, gentlemen.
This is very fantastical humors and jealousies.
By God, 'tis no the fashion in France. It is no jealous in France.
Nay, follow him, gentlemen. See the issue of his search.
No double excellency in this.
I know not which pleases me better. My husband is deceived or Sir John. I think my husband had some special suspicion of Falstaff's being here, for I never saw him so gross in his jealousy till now.
I will lay a plot to try that, and we will yet have more tricks with Falstaff.
Ooh, shall we send that foolish carry-on mistress quickly to him and give him another hope to betray him to another punishment?
We will do it. Let him be sent for tomorrow, 8 o'clock, to have amends.
Well, I cannot find him. Maybe the knave bragged of that he could not compass.
If there be anybody in this house and in the chambers and in the coffers and in the presses, heaven forgive my sins on the day of judgment.
By God, no, I too. There is nobody's.
Fie, Master Ford, are you not ashamed?
'Tis my fault, Master Page. I suffer for it. Well, I promised you a dinner. Come, come, I pray you, pardon me. I will hereafter make known to you why I have done this.
Let's go in, gentlemen. But trust me, we'll mock him. I do invite you tomorrow morning to my house to breakfast after we'll birding together. Shall it be so?
If there is one, I shall make two in the company.
If there be one or two, I shall make a the third.
I see I cannot get thy father's love, sweet Anne. He doth object I am too great of birth, and that my state being galled with my expense, I seek to heal it only by his wealth. My riots pass, my wild societies, and tells me 'tis a thing impossible I should love thee but as a property.
Maybe he tells you true.
No, heaven so speed me in my time to come, and 'tis the very riches of thyself that I now aim for.
Gentle Master Fenton, hark you hither.
Break their talk, mistress, quickly. My kinsman shall speak for himself.
Hark ye, Master Slender. Master Slender would speak a word with you.
I come to him. This is my father's choice.
And how does good Master Fenton pray you a word with him?
Mistress Anne, my cousin loves you.
Aye, that I do, as well as I love any woman.
He will maintain you like a gentlewoman.
Aye, that I will.
He will make you 150 pounds dowry.
Good Master Shallow, let him woo for himself.
Mary, I thank you for that good comfort. She calls you, cause I'll leave you.
Now, Master Slender.
Now, good Mistress Anne.
What is your will?
My will? That's a pretty jest indeed. Oh, I never made my will yet. I thank heaven I am not such a sickly creature. I give heaven praise.
I mean, Master Slender, what would you with me?
I would little or nothing with you. Your father and my uncle hath made motions, and if it be my luck, they can tell you how things go better than I can. You may ask your father. Here he comes.
Now, Master Slender, love him, daughter Anne. Why, how now? What is Master Fenton here? I told you, sir, my daughter is disposed of.
Sir, will you hear me?
No, good Master Fenton. Come, Master Shallow, come, son Slender.
Good Mistress Page, for that I love your daughter, let me have your good will.
Good mother, do not marry me to yond fool.
I mean it not. I seek you a better husband.
That's my master, Master Doctor.
Alas, I had rather be set quick in the earth and boiled to death with turnips.
Come, trouble not yourself. Good Master Fenton, I will not be your friend nor enemy. Till then, farewell, sir. She must needs go in.
Farewell, gentle mistress. Farewell, Anne.
This is my doing now. Nay, said I, will you cast away your child on a fool and a physician?
I thank thee, and give my sweet Anne this ring. And here's for thy pains.
Now heaven send thee good fortune. A kind heart he hath. A woman would run through fire and water for such a kind heart. But I will do what I can for them all three, for so I have promised. And I'll be as good as my word, but specially for Master Fenton. Well, I must of another errand to Sir John Falstaff from my two mistresses. What a beast am I to slack it.
Mine hostess, I say.
Oh, here, sir.
Go fetch me a quart of sack. Put a toast in it. Have I lived to be carried in a basket? Like a barrow of butcher's offal? To be thrown into the Thames? Well, if I be served such another trick, I'll have my brains taken out and buttered and give them to a dog for a New Year's gift. Should have been a mountain of mummy.
Here's Mistress Quickly, sir, to speak with you, bully.
Let me pour in some sack to the Thames water, for my belly's as cold as if I had swallowed snowballs for pills to cool the rains. Call her in.
Come in, woman!
By your leave, I cry you mercy, give your worship good morrow.
Take away these chalices, go brew me a pottle of sack finely.
Oh, with eggs, bully knight?
Symbol of itself, I'll no pullet sperm in my brewage. How now?
Marry, sir, I come to your worship from Mistress Ford.
Mistress Ford, I have had Ford enough. I was thrown into the Ford. I have my belly full of Ford.
Oh, alas the day. Good heart, that was not her fault. She does so take on with her man. They mistook their erection.
And so did I mine, to build upon a foolish woman's promise.
Well, she laments, sir, for it, that I would yearn your heart to see it. Her husband goes this morning, a-birding. She desires you once more to come to her between 8 and 9.
Well, I will visit her. Tell her so, and bid her think what a man is. Let her consider his frailty, and then judge of my merit.
I will tell her.
Do so. Between 9 and 10, sayest thou?
8 and 9, sir.
Well, begone, I will not miss her.
Peace be with you, sir.
Marvel, I hear not of Master Brooke. He sent me word to stay within. I like his money well. Oh, here he comes.
Bless you, sir.
Ah, now, Master Brooke, you come to know what hath passed between me and Ford's wife.
That indeed, Sir John, is my business.
Oh, Master Brooke, I will not lie to you. I was at her house the hour she appointed me.
And sped you, sir.
Very ill-favoredly, Master Brooke.
How so, sir?
Her husband, Master Brooke, dwelling in a continual larum of jealousy, comes me in the instant of our encounter, after we had embraced, kissed, and at his heels a rabble of his companions to search his house for his wife's love.
What, while you were there?
While I was there.
And did he search for you and could not find you?
You shall hear. As good luck would have it, comes in one Mistress Page, gives intelligence of Ford's approach, and in her invention and Ford's wife's distraction, they conveyed me in a buck basket.
A buck basket?
By the Lord, a buck basket! Rammed me in with the foul shirts and smocks and socks and foul stockings and greasy napkins. That, Master Brooke, was the rankest compound of villainous smell that ever offended nostril.
And how long lay you there?
Nay, you shall hear, Master Brooke. A couple of Ford's knaves were called forth by their mistress to carry me in the name of foul clothes. They took me on their shoulders, met the jealous knave their master at the door. Oh, I quaked for fear, lest the lunatic knave would have searched it. But fate, ordaining he should be a cuckold, held his hand. Well, on went he for a search, and away went I for foul clothes, to be stopped in with stinking clothes that fretted in their own grease. And in the height of this bath, when I was more than half stewed in grease, to be thrown into the Thames. Think of that, Master Brooke.
In good sadness, I am sorry that for my sake you have suffered all this. You'll undertake her no more?
Her husband is this morning gone a birding. I have received from her another embassy of meeting. 'Twixt 8 and 9 is the hour, Mr. Brooke.
Oh, 'tis past 8 already, sir.
Is it? Oh, adieu. You shall have her, Master Brooke. You, Master Brooke, you shall cockleford.
This 'tis to be married. This 'tis to have linen and buck baskets. Well, I will proclaim myself what I am. I will now take the letter. He is at my house. He cannot escape me. If I have horns to make one mad, let the proverb go with me. I'll be horn mad.
Mistress Ford! You sure of your husband now?
Oh, he's a birding, sweet Sir John.
Okay.
What ho! Gossip overboard! Ho!
Step into the chamber, Sir John.
How now, sweetheart? Who's at home besides yourself?
Oh, none but my own people.
Indeed.
No, certainly. Speak louder, Mistress Page.
Truly.
Why?
Why, woman, your husband is in his old loons again. Go to wander with my husband, so rails against all married mankind. I am glad that the greasy knight is not here.
Why? Does he talk of him?
Well, he protests to my husband. He is now here and hath drawn him and the rest of their company from their sport to make another experiment of his suspicion. But I am glad the knight is not here. Now your husband shall see his own foolery.
I am undone. The knight is here.
But he's a dead man. Away with him, away with him.
Which way should he go? How should I bestow him? Shall I put him in a buck basket again?
No! I'll come no more in the basket. May I not come out the way ere he came?
Alas, 3 of Master Ford's brothers watch the door with pistols.
I do. I'll creep up into the chimney.
Oh.
If you go out in your own semblance, you die, Sir John. Unless you go out disguised.
Oh, how might we disguise him?
Oh, alas, the day I know not. There is no woman's gown fit enough for him. Otherwise, he might put on a hat, a muffler, and a kerchief, and so escape.
Well, good hearts, devise something.
You said no. Okay. My maid's aunt, the old woman of Brentford, has a gown above.
Oh, my word. It will serve him. She's as big as he is. And there's her fringed hat and her muffler. Oh, run up, Sir John, run up.
Oh, go, sweet Sir John. Mistress Page and I will look some linen for your head.
Quick. We'll come dress you straight. Put on the gown the while.
I would my husband would meet him in this shape. He cannot abide the old woman of Brentford. He swears she is a witch, forbade her come into the house, and hath threatened to beat her. But is my husband coming?
In good sadness he is, and talks of the basket too. However, so he hath that intelligence.
I will appoint my Robin to carry the basket again, to meet him at the door with it, as he did the last time.
Nay, but he'll be here presently. Let's go dress him like the witch of Brentford.
Okay, I will first direct Robin what he shall do with the basket. Go up, I will bring linen for the night straight.
Hang him, dishonest varlet. We cannot misuse him enough. We'll leave a proof by that which we will do. Wives may be merry and yet honest too.
Oh, Robin, go, Robin. Take the basket again. Your master is hard at the door. If he bid you set it down, obey him. Quickly, dispatch.
I will take it up. Pray heaven and not be full of night again.
Down the basket, Robin. Oh, you panderly rascal. There's a conspiracy against me. Now the devil be shamed. What? Wife, I say, come forth. Behold, what honest clothes you sent forth to bleaching.
Why, this passes, Master Ford.
This is lunatics. This is mad as mad dog.
Indeed, Master Ford, this is not well, indeed.
Come hither, Mistress Ford. Mistress Ford, the honest woman, the modest wife, the virtuous creature that hath the jealous fool to her husband. I suspect without cause, mistress, do I?
Oh, heaven be my witness, you do. If you suspect in me any dishonesty.
Well said, brazen face. Come forth, Sirrah!
Are you not ashamed? Let us both alone.
I shall find you anon.
That's unreasonable. Will you take up your wife's clothes? Come away.
Empty the basket, I say.
Oh, why, man, why?
Master Page, as I am a man, there was one conveyed out of my house yesterday in this basket. Pluck me out all the linen.
If you find a man in there, he shall die a flea's death.
He is no man.
Master Ford, this wrongs you.
Master Ford, you must pray and not follow the imaginations of your own heart. This is jealousies.
Well, he's not here I seek for.
No, nowhere else but in your brain.
Help me to search my house this one time. Satisfy me once more search with me.
What ho, Mistress Page? Come you and the old woman down. My husband will come into the chamber.
Old woman? What old woman's that?
Oh, nay, it is my maid's aunt of Brentford.
A witch! Have I not forbid her to come into my house? She comes of errands, does she? Well, come down, you witch, you hag! Come down, I say.
Good sweet husband. Good gentleman, let him not strike the old woman.
Come, Mother Pratt, come, give me your hand.
Oh, Pratt her. Take that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Out of my door, you witch, you hag, you baggage, out. I'll conjure you, I'll fortune tell you.
Not ashamed. I think you have killed the poor woman.
You will do it. 'Tis a goodly credit for you. Hang her, witch.
By the yea and nay, I think the woman is a witch indeed. I spy a great beard under her muffler.
Will you follow, gentlemen? I beseech you, follow. See but the issue of my jealousy.
Let's obey his humor a little further. Come, gentlemen.
What think you? May we, with the warrant of womanhood and the witness of good conscience, pursue him with any further revenge?
The spirit of wantonness is sure scared out of him.
Shall we tell our husbands how we have served him?
Yes, by all means, if it be but to scrape the figures out of your husband's brains. If they can find in their hearts the poor unvirtuous knight shall be any further afflicted, we too shall still be the ministers.
And did he send you both these letters in an instant?
Oh, within a quarter of an hour.
Pardon me, wife.
Oh.
Henceforth do what thou wilt. I will rather suspect the sun with cold than thee with wantonness.
Oh, now, good Sir John, How like you Windsor wives? See these our husbands?
Now, sir, who's a cuckold now? Yeah.
Sir John, we have had ill luck. We could never meet. I will never take you for my love again. But I will always count you my favorite aunt.
I do begin to perceive that I am made an ass.
Sir John Falstaff, serve God and leave your desires. And Master Ford, leave your jealousies too, I pray you.
Yeah.
I will never mistrust my wife again till thou art able to woo her in good English.
If I laid my brain in the sun and dried it, that it wants matter to prevent so gross or reaching as this?
Why, Sir John, do you think that ever the devil could have made you our delight?
And given to fornications, and to taverns, and sack, and to drinkings, and swearings, and starings, and pribbles and prabbles.
I am your theme. You have the start of me. I'm dejected. Use me as you will.
Marry, sir, will bring you to Windsor to one Master Brooke, that you have cozened of money. Ha! I think to repay that money will be a biting affliction.
Yet be cheerful, knight. Thou shalt drink tonight at my house, where I will desire thee to laugh at my wife, that now laughs at thee. Tell her Master Slender hath married her daughter.
Doctors doubt that. If Anne Page be my daughter, she is by this Dr. Caius's wife.
Whoa, Father Page.
Son, how now? How now, son? Have you dispatched?
Dispatched? I were hanged else.
Of what, son?
I came to yonder at Eton to marry Mistress Anne Page and found none.
On my life, then, what shall be done?
Good George, be not angry. I knew of your purpose, and indeed she is now with the doctor at the deanery, and they're married.
Where is Mistress Page? By Gar, I am cozened. By Gar, I will raise all Windsor.
This is strange. Where can my daughter Anne be? My heart misgives me. Here comes Master Fenton. How now, Master Fenton? Pardon, good father. Good, my mother, pardon. Now, mistress, how chance you went not with Master Slender?
Why went you not with Master Dr. Caius, maid?
You do amaze her. Hear the truth of it. You would have married her most shamefully, where there was no proportion held in love. The truth is, she and I, long in love and since contracted, are now so sure that nothing can dissolve us.
Well, stand not amazed, here is no remedy. In love, the heavens themselves do guide the state. Money buys lands, and wives are sold by fate.
Well, Fenton, heaven give thee joy. What cannot be eschewed must be embraced.
Well, I will muse no further. Master Fenton, heaven give you many, many, many merry days. Good husband, let us everyone go home and laugh this sport o'er by a country fire. So John and all.
And I want to thank all these beautiful folks on your screens before you. Again, it's Annabelle Guevara joining us from New York. Jacqueline Lee's here in Austin, Texas. Julie Moore also in Austin, Texas. Giselle Munoz in Austin. Emily Rankin in New Mexico. Alexandra Russo here in the GTX, the Georgetowns. Melissa Vogt here in the ATX. And Julie Wright joining us all the way from Japan. I thank these folks so much. They have made me laugh. I hope you laughed too. I hope we were able to entertain you for the evening. I hope you enjoyed it and had a wonderful time. I would love nothing more than to see all these people again and do this in person, but we're glad to bring it to you live. And once again, I thank Melissa and the folks at the Vortex. Please visit them at vortexrep.org. And please keep all the artists in mind. Please donate if you can. And if not, just please keep participating on all the virtual programming that's happening. I thank you all so much and thank these folks so much. I'm so grateful to all of you. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Melissa. Thanks, Vortex.
Yeah, and we also have a new membership program up and running. There are perks with the membership program that you can use right now. There's discounts with Patrizzi's, and you would actually be helping the Vortex out a lot by joining now. Plus, if you join before June 1st, I think 25% of the cost of the membership goes towards our artist endowment that's going to be paying artists. So please consider joining our membership program. There's more about that on our website.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank
Yay!
you. Thank you. Thank you all
Thanks
so
for
much. Thank
watching.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.